you don't own real estate, figure out where you are from a financial position and get pre-qualified to figure out what you can purchase from a real estate perspective. If your income is not such that you can purchase, as Carmen said, you may have to get a side hustle. You may have to do something additional to increase your income and put you in a position.
Well, Dr. Fraser said you should have 3 side hustles, not one.
Tell them.
Three side hustles. Figure out how to get income where you have the ability to purchase. If you already own real estate, then you probably should be looking for a rental property. And I'm going to give this really quick story. Rental properties work well for me because I was in a position where I was able to gift both of my kids a substantial amount of equity in real estate. Nobody gave me that head start. Now, if they don't pay the bills, we got issues. But at the end of the day, they have a head start that I never had. And that's what purchasing rental properties will do for you. And because when I'm gone, nobody can ever say he didn't leave us a few coins.
And your number 2?
That was 3.
That was 3? Okay, good, thank you.
So most of y'all probably already know what I'm gonna say. The first thing you need is, if you don't already, get some life insurance. I'm gonna sing this song until I die. Get some life insurance. If you got some, get some more. That again is the easiest and cheapest way to create wealth, instant wealth. And get the right kind of policy that works for you. If you wanna know what that is, just let me know and I can help you figure that out. The second thing is this song I've been singing all week is create a legacy plan. Do not leave here intestate, which means you didn't do anything.
No will and trust.
Do not leave here with just a will, which means you still
You need to trust
create
too,
a
yeah.
rest for your family. Get a complete estate plan. It really doesn't cost that much. It's the best investment. I believe that legacy planning, estate planning is the last good act of stewardship with God's resources, so that you do not leave your family with a mess. And then thirdly, invest in professionals that can help you do this. We are the least people that buy people like me. Because this, I don't know why, what that's about, but the investment you make in a financial professional that has the skills, the knowledge, and the talents to be able to take your 100 to 1 million, it'll be far worth the investment. So those are my 3.
Really quick, I think we have an issue with that because we can't differentiate an expense from an investment.
There you go.
We cannot
It's an investment.
from an investment. We think this cost money is an expense. No, it's an investment.
It's an investment.
Could you explain how
So,
explain, you tell us what's the difference.
so the difference in an expense, there's technically no term. An investment is something that is going to multiply, or at least it should. If it's not, then you've got the wrong investment. When you invest in a CPA, I had a CPA. I actually have a financial person that, I've been doing it myself, but I need another eye. So one of my mentor, I run my own stuff by another professional. I know taxes because, I have to advise people on it, but I don't even do my own. I've been for 35 years in this business, still relying on my tax advisor. So the difference is from an expense to, as opposed to an investment, is when you buy and invest in a professional, that should increase your capacity. They should be able to help you multiply what you have. That is the difference. An expense does not.
Really quick, you said something. You said a tax advisor. I would beg to ask everybody, get a tax strategist.
Love it.
Get a tax strategist.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna say something real obvious. First thing we gotta do is stop being so critical of each other. Stop being excessively critical of everything black. Let's have some patience with one another and support one another. 2, we can unite. If you're trying to work on a business and somebody else is trying to work on a business, then we have to learn how to come together to make these businesses even bigger. So they're not small mom and pop, and they can really make a difference in our community, right?
Yes.
And the last thing is, again, we have to own and monetize our culture. There's a science of business that is happening right now in front of our very eyes, where everybody and their mama is capitalizing off of Black culture but us. Because we don't own it, we don't preserve it. You hear Dr. Frazier talking about building a museum. I'm building a museum. We have to preserve our culture and own it.
Can I just kind of elaborate on what Wendy said about, and this is a big issue for me, is collaboration. Whenever I see somebody that looks like us and is in my profession, the first thing I talk about is let's do this together. There's strength in numbers, and there's enough to go around, so we have to stop competing with each other. We have to stop that. I'm willing to give up something to help our people. So I did 2 collaboration deals here this weekend, Dr. Frazier, collaborating with people here because I can't do this thing alone. People have other platforms, so we can tell this story. So I'm willing to give up. I hired probably almost 3 other aspiring financial people, and one is in the business. No matter where you are, so if you really want serious about creating wealth and the way I help people do it, talk to me. Let's collaborate. I tried to recruit New York Life. There's New York Life this weekend. I'm just kidding.
Let me just make a couple of comments.
Dr. Frazier is taking the mic, y'all.
You said it funny. Yeah, I have at least 4 side hustles, okay? Side hustles is just a cool way of saying streams of income,
Y'all hear that?
okay?
Streamers
It should not
of
be
income.
Negro, and I spelled that N-E-G-R-O-W, Negro, please. There should not be a Negro in America without a minimum of 3 streams of income. So you speak, you write, you coach on speaking and writing, at least 3 streams of income. You call them side hustles if you want to, but they're streams of income. That's number 1. 2, Emmerich. I don't tell this story often, but you need to hear it. 1978, I began investing in rental.
Yo, he gonna give us a whole master's class in like 10 minutes. Watch.
Newlywed. I had a corporate job, Procter & Gamble, and I took that money and I found a neighborhood in Cleveland. It's called, if you live in Cleveland, you'll be familiar with the Buckeye area, right near Shaker Square. The Buckeye area was all Slavic, but Black people were beginning to move in. Those white people did not want to live next to Black people. They lived in 2 and 3 family homes in pristine conditions, and they began selling them for pennies on a dollar. I bought 7 of them in a row. Family and extended families, 2 and 3 family homes on a single block, 124th Street off Buckeye Road. I then turned them into Section 8 housing. Why did I do Section 8?
Because you're gonna get your money.
The government pays on time and the highest rent you can get in America. I then scoured Cleveland for the best Section 8 tenants I could find. Now this is America, right? You really have to be careful. Met some people, I bonded with them. I told them what I had, and I said, listen, I will rent you, because there were 2 or 3 families, right? I will rent you the first floor of this home, on the second floor, it might have been the 3rd floor. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to accelerate the depreciation on my 7 homes. And within about 10 to 12 years, I'm going to sell these homes. And if you take care of these homes, like you could be the potential owner, I will sell these homes to you. 10 years, Section 8 rent, in 2 or 3 family homes. It was a total of about 16 apartments.
And y'all, Section 8 does pay mortgages, in case y'all don't know.
Now, tax breaks that I got by accelerating depreciation and all of the costs of rentals and managing rentals, almost zero mortgage and high taxes for more than a decade.
Nice.
So rent plus zero outing on taxes, we made a small fortune. I then sold those homes to the folks that lived in those homes. But remember, this is a decade later. I then sold them for 13 times the price I purchased them at. I don't think I paid more than $12,000.
Talk about appreciation. Equity, right?
That move in the 70s allowed Laura Jean and I to make our first $1 million. Rental property is an awesome way to have a side hustle. That's how we have to think.
I told you, he's gonna give us a whole master's class.
What sacrifices
Mastermind,
are you willing to
I mean.
make? What promises are you willing to make to your family and to you? This is the opportunity that we have. And so, there are 4 keys to the intergenerational transfer. 4 basic things that we have to wrap our minds around.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna take notes, but
Carmen said proper insurance. I think you said it earlier. The New York Times published an article on Black people and cell phones. And what came out of that article is that we have more insurance on our cell phones than we have on our cell phones by a factor of 10. So our cell phones are more important than our families and our children. That's thinking. Okay.
stinking thinking.
Proper insurance, and you can get that for pennies on the dollar. And this is what white people do. They've been doing it for generations. So I'll just leave it at that. This is not rocket science. It really isn't. It isn't rocket science. Be careful who you associate with. They should be thinking like you. They could even be potential partners in developing streams of income. So as I say all the time, if you're hanging around with 5 broke people, within about a year, you're going to be broke too. So your associations are extraordinarily important. You earn it, and then you leverage it. You earn it, and then you leverage it. You invest. Please do not put money in a savings account. Okay? I don't even have to tell you that. You actually lose money saving your money.
How many times I tell y'all that? Get your money, get your savings out of these commercial banks. Take them out.
Invest your money. And you alluded to it. What is an investment? An investment is something you expect a return on. That's what an investment is. If it's not returning you something, it's a bad investment. I mean, it's just really very practical. So, proper insurance is critical. This conference is about not only building wealth through businesses, but managing our wealth profitably. That requires expertise. planning brothers and sisters like Carmen around this country that absolutely know how to properly manage wealth, right? You are, let's say you are an electrician at $75 an hour. You're an expert in that, then you spend your time doing that, making as much money as you can. You are not, most of us are not experts in managing money, but there are people that look like us that absolutely are experts. You pay them. You make an investment in leveraging their skills, but you get a return on your investment. So, listen up to this advice. It's very, very, very important. We are going backwards. And Pastor Dillon talked about that. The numbers are not good. And we have to fix it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Fraser, for the Dr. Fraser, a true legend indeed, and I just want us to salute and thank this dynamic panel. Carmen, awesome job, Henry, Dr. Wendy, we thank you, we thank you. Let me just